It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Hey, check that. Street.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Pat the street.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. They'll get diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Thomas has it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Gibson again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive, their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 34. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete right side to Kmet. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw here.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
They'll set up a throw toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 yards remain on second down.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing the score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports from the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room. A turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
That's caught by Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. From the 6. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Pushes him over. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Let's go.
This will be caught at about the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That defense stuffed that one out in a big way. I think that one here has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Pardon, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Terry Cohen. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. The 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lane.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it up.
What a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call it time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that on that stuff.
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep your clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.